Hey folks, we're going to start over here in the kitchen, but stay tuned. In a couple seconds, I'm going to take you to my laboratory, I call it, and we're going to investigate why Elon Musk is so interested in USAID. All right, see you guys in a second. I'll meet you over there. Oh, you guys want to have coffee with me before I go? Okay, hold on a second. Having a cup of coffee with a brother, and I appreciate that. You know, it's like what they call that virtual company. So let's do that. In the meantime, of course, I want to continue to thank everybody that's gravitating over to this channel, YouTube. What I'm ending up doing is I'll make these videos on YouTube and then I'll repost them on TikTok for folks that, for whatever reason, have decided they want to stay. I don't blame them. TikTok is pretty cool, you know, but and I'm still there, and I'll explain another day why I'm going to continue to stay there. That's not for this video. This video is about why the muskrat is so interested in USAID. Hold on a second. Bear with me. I started a new thing too. Anybody else try this? Putting a little bit of honey, because you need carbohydrates. And I haven't used sugar in years for anything, but just a little dab will do you. And let's mix it up. Yeah. Of course of course USAID. If it's Elon Musk, then you're smart. So you know what it has to do. What's up, man? Hold on a second. He's so patient. Sometimes he'll even whimper for water. He likes fresh water. Like everybody, I would assume. All right. Enough BSing around. I'll see you guys over in the lab. Okay, let's start here. First of all, the USAID, some people call it USAID, and see, that throws people off, right? USAID. So they think it's only about the United States providing aid, and that they're talking about that like that all over mass media. It's true, they do provide aid, but there's so many other things that this organization does, and we're going to talk about those. So the acronym, actually, it's a USAID is actually an acronym, and it is this. Excuse me. The United States Agency for International Development. That's what it stands for. The United States Agency for International Development. So when people see USAID, that's all they think. But let me give you a rundown on what these folks are all about. USAID's responsibilities and missions. Number one, humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Okay, there's the aid. Number two, global health. And I'm not going to read all the subtitles. I'm just going to read the main ones. Some of them I will, but some of them I won't. Global health fights infectious diseases, tuberculosis, HIV and AIDS, malaria, strengthens healthcare systems and maternal child health. Okay, that's aid. Number three, economic growth and trade. Huh? Okay, supports entrepreneurship, small businesses and job creation, strengthens financial institutions and infrastructure, enhances agricultural development and food security. Okay. Number four. Let's skip four for a second. Let's go right to five. Education and workforce development expands access to quality education, particularly for girls and marginalized groups, improves literacy, vocational training, and workforce skills. Now, that's a lot. That's more than just aid. You know, we think of aid, you know, rice and food item, you know, whatever, like uh, foods for the babies, things like that. Medicine. Okay. All right. Number six, climate change and environmental protection, supports sustainable development and conservation, helps countries helps countries adapt to climate change and reduce. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Helps countries adapt to climate change and reduce carbon emissions. Okay, well, keep that in the back of your mind for a little bit. Number seven, conflict prevention and stabilization, works to prevent and resolve conflicts. Okay, that's a little bit more than AIDS. Yeah, okay. Number eight, food security and agriculture, implements programs like Feed the Future to combat global hunger. Okay, there's aid. But let's go back up to this one. Number 5, education and workforce development. I'm sorry. Something's in my eye. That's not the one I wanted to go to. The one I wanted to go to was number 4, democracy, governance, and human rights. Promotes free and fair elections. Strengthens civil society and independent media. Supports anti-corruption efforts and good governance. All right. So hold on one second. I'm going to pause for a second. I'll be right back. You know what? I unpaused it because I just found what I really want to take you to. So let's just beat to the end of this road. This is why Elon Musk is trying to eliminate USAID. All right, this is one of the reasons. And remember what I said about where he and his other cohort are from. All right, where did I say? South Africa. So what I typed in, you gotta love ChatGPT, but ChatGPT's got a little competition coming over from China. You guys know about that yet? DeepSeek. Okay, we'll talk about it in another video. Anyway, so what I typed in was how influential was USAID in apartheid, right? In apartheid. How influential was USAID in ending apartheid in South Africa? USAID played a significant role in supporting the movement to end apartheid in South Africa, primarily through financial, political, and social initiatives aimed at empowering anti-apartheid groups, strengthening civil society, and preparing for a post-apartheid government. While USAID was not the sole force behind the end of apartheid, its support contributed to the broader global effort that led to apartheid's collapse. USAID's influence in ending apartheid. Number 1, support for anti-apartheid organizations. USAID funded South African civil rights groups, labor unions, and community organizations that were fighting against apartheid. Organizations like the Black Consciousness Movement, trade unions, and legal aid groups benefited from USAID assistance. Funding helped provide legal support for activists arrested under apartheid laws. Number 2, implementation of the Anti-Apartheid Act 1986. The Comprehensive Anti-Apartheid Act of 1986 passed by the U.S. Congress despite a veto by President Reagan. Placed economic sanctions on. See. I don't even have to go any further, folks. It goes on and on and on. As I've said in older videos, these folks, and I said this was a strong word, I'm going to use it one more time. These folks are diabolical. Some people would say evil. So that's the reason why that guy do your own homework. I'm not going to do it here. Go back and look at his relationship with apartheid, he and his father. And now, these folks that voted for him, not him, well, he is like a president, right? He's acting like a president in a bad way. They're but see, Trump is just a mouthpiece, y'all. Trump is just the useful idiot in this whole situation. Okay? They want this to happen. Project 2025. Do I have to go through the names again? Peter Thiel, Kevin Roberts, J.D. Vance, Elon Musk. So you got the wealthiest man, the richest man in the world that is now he's got his kids basically infiltrated into our most secure systems. We're talking about the U.S. Treasury. We're talking about here in this case, USAID. We're talking about OPM, which is like the human resources for all of government. And as I said, next is going to be the Department of Education. But guess where all of this is? If you really want to understand, and I've said this and I'll never forget, I said this in another video, Ali Vesey, Joy Reid, they both came on their programs and the thing was like this and they dropped it on the desk and they say, here is Project 2025. And those folks are now going to be on this guy's cabinet along with the other billionaires. And so far, they are sticking to the script. And it's less than 2 weeks full. And we're talking about 4 years of them they're already causing, right now it's a constitutional crisis, right as we speak. And I'm here to tell you, I said in another video, the only way to stop this, yes, it's cool that some Democrats are getting out in front of the buildings and on the microphones and talking, but they're already in motion. This, like I said, in slow motion, but it's in fast motion now because they're trying to get it all in before what? They're trying to get it all in before somebody turns a light switch on and says, folks, wake up. This is a coup. It's happening. Yes, it's happening here in the United States of America. So what we need to do is let the appropriate people know, and you know how I feel. I believe that the military should get involved. Why? Because the military's sole job is to protect us as citizens and to protect the Constitution. And these folks are now violating the Constitution. What they're doing is against all the laws of the Constitution. That means they should be stepping up to the plate like other countries do to stop this. This guy is a citizen. He is not even a government official, folks. It's no different than me walking down there with a group of teenagers and saying, let's go up in here and let's plug in our laptops. No time for games. Plug in your laptop because they're going to want to play games, kids. Plug it in and you guys do your thing. You guys are great at what you do. Go in there and just cause hell. Oh, by the way, while you're in there, if you see anything that looks like Social Security numbers, and so he has to write it out for them, this is what they look like. If you see that, just gather all the names that are associated with those Social Security numbers. And then if it looks like those folks are getting any kind of disbursements or monies, and they got to show them the dollar signs, well, then you stop them from getting their checks. I'll see you guys in another video. Take care of yourselves.